Going electric. And now, Jonathan Berger's gig. Imagine how you'll be able to tell your great-grandchildren of this moment. You are truly the chosen ones. John, this is too much. I can't read this.
It's good. It's good.
Okay, he says it's good. So please join me in introducing an act of raw intensity or wondrous glory, of grace and beauty, of sheer brilliance and great modesty. Jonathan Berger.
You told me it would be a small gathering. You told me that I'd meet some interesting people. And what do I discover when I arrive at your delightful home? A series of the most tasteful, eligible bachelors in town. How do I say this? I am not gay. I have nothing against the homosexuals, but I am none of them. I am not gay. Sure, I may enjoy a Broadway show or two. And, well, I am far too nattily dressed for my own good. And anal sex in the occasional bathhouse? Well, that's a fine idea from time to time, but I am by no means quiffy. So, I appreciate the effort you made on my behalf, and, excuse me, thank you. And I think it's sweet that you're trying to fix me up. But aside from that train-running gangbang in our guest room, it's not going to happen. I'm as queer as a $5 bill. I'm as fruity as a tomato. I'm as limp as iron. I'm as straight as a bow and arrow. I am not gay. Poem while running away. I know you've had 4 hours sleep, and I know you've got better things to do, and I know that you need time not to think, and I know that you're really, really busy, and I know that you don't know my full name, and I know you couldn't care less about it. I know you've got a boyfriend in every major city, and I know all these thoughts must make you very, very nervous, and I know I'm too short, and I know I'm not successful enough, and I know I'm not strong, and I know I'm not sure, and I know too little, but would you have dinner with me? No, wait, I know the answer. The day after, I was robbed. My car broke down and I had to walk 7 miles home. I got blistered and bloody because that was the day that I was without socks. The day after, my boss asked me why I was so late. He said he couldn't have that kind of irresponsibility, that he was either docking my pay or kicking me out. He told me he'd decide later. The day after, my grandfather died. The day after, I saw the pile of dishes my roommates let sit for 3 weeks, and the garbage all over the floors, and the cat shit in the bathroom, and the wretched smell of 5 male animals living in too close proximity. It was overpowering. The day after, I cried, but not out of pain. I cried out of a liberating release of anxiety building after months of contact, infrequent and unfair. I cried out with joy, a blast of temptation observed and condensed and absorbed and enjoyed. I cried for happiness. The day after was the second best day of my life, and incommensurate with the day before. Jitterbug, 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 jitterbug. You put the jitterbug into my heart. You let my soul sky high when your loving starts. A jitterbug into my brain. It goes bang, bang, bang till my feet do the same. But something's bugging you, something ain't right. My best friend told me what you did last night. You left me sleeping in my bed. I was dreaming, but it should have been with you instead. Wake me up before you go. Don't leave me hanging on like a yo-yo. Wake me up before you go. Don't want to listen when you hit that high. Wake me up before you go, 'cause I'm not planning on going solo. Wake me up before you go. Let's go dancing tonight. Yeah! I wanna hit that high. Oh, I can't. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Sorry. After 17 days, I am doing the laundry. I am washing the dishes. I am wiping the counters and fixing the locks. After 17 days, I am making meals, taking calls, breaking deals. After 17 days, after 5 stages of denial of 3 years gone wrong, 3 years, and tears and fears and unexplained theories of a life less spent than wasted, and memories, more memories than I can recall, I'm beginning to live again. After 17 days, I can see the light. It's the yellow cap on my detergent. After 17 days, I'm doing the laundry. Look, it's obvious you won't talk to me. Your machine clicks off when it hears my voice. My letters are stamped return to sender, and when I scream at your window, the lights go out. What's going on? Was it something I said? Something I did? Well, this note is a preemptive apology, just in case. I'm sorry what I said to your mother. I'm sorry about what I did to your cat. I'm sorry I slept in your prom dress, and I'm sorry I slept with your sister, and your brother, and their girlfriends. I don't know what I was thinking when I decked your boss, or I pushed you in that tank at the aquarium. But at least the piranha were out being cleaned, so really it's not so bad. I didn't mean to break your grandpa's urn or sniff him up afterwards. And when I sold your priceless golden brush to buy the watch fob, well, that was inconsiderate, I admit. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Also, sorry about all this glass, but really, a brick through the window, that was the only way to get this to you. So when can we talk? When coming on to a nun, anticipate rejection. She's not in good mental health, married to a guy who's never around, who's probably a bigamist, who has a really strange relationship with his family. Be patient, be supportive. She'll come around. When dating a nun, expect setbacks. She'll be bitter, virginal, a general fashion risk, and just a shot in the dark, she'll probably be judgmental. Avoid enclosed spaces. Make her tea. Herbal. When pimping a nun, cultivate regulars. I'm leaving the TV, and I'm leaving the VCR, and I'm leaving the AM/FM. And I'm leaving the PC-IBM, and I'm leaving the UB40 CDs, and I'm leaving you. I'm leaving the 14th Street subway station, and I'm leaving the Seventh Heaven reruns, and I'm leaving forever, and I'm leaving you too. I'm leaving quickly, and I'm leaving sadly, and I'm leaving noisily. I'm leaving wisely, and I'm leaving justifiably. And I'm leaving incessantly, and unbelievably, I'm leaving you. I'm leaving your quick smile, and your soft touch, and your light breathing at the darkest night. And I'm leaving your 1,000 brushstrokes, and your muttered reading along over my shoulder. I'm leaving you. I'm leaving you. I gotta go.
All right.
Modern technology being what it is, I'm going to buy me one of them new time machines, and I'm going to visit your past over and over again, inserting myself into the you were before me. Soon you will have no memories that don't have a vein of me running through them. This is my diabolical plan. Grandma Levine, I understand your pain. You have no future, you have no past. Not enough presents on your birthday, it can be sad. But listen to me, you have no right to your sadness. You've experienced none of the want of your elders. Pogroms, depression, Holocaust, war, famine, slavery. You've had it easy, kid. Come closer to me, Moish. Closer. Closer. There, think of this. Your nose being stretched out over your forehead by my fingers. This experience is nothing. Nothing compared even to the agonies of childbirth, which over half the population experiences regularly. Imagine that. Now imagine that pain without the drugs you're always on. Your mother was born during Kristallnacht, the death of one dream and the birth of another. Even today, people in other countries and other tax brackets have problems you couldn't imagine. You have a right to your melancholy, a right to your ennui. You even, I admit, have a right to some small sadness. But you have no right to complain. Bottom line, Moish, you have nothing to complain about. Now shut up and give me that damn matzah. My therapist says I have to quit drinking. You're too fat, she says. You need to lose some weight. My therapist wants me to confront my demons. She tells me to get back on that bike. My therapist won't give me drugs. She thinks it's a long, hard road, but there's a light at the end of the tunnel. My therapist thinks if I believe in myself, I'll get better, slowly, but surely. My therapist thinks I should try 3 sessions a week. My therapist has a really big tongue. I'm hoping the local press gives me a good review. What it took. It took 7 beers, 6 quarters, 5 walks around the block, 4 bars, 3 calls, 2 hang-ups, and 1 wrong number to reach your damned answering machine. Something wrong. For months after us, I made the first date. First I couldn't find my lucky socks. That's something wrong. For 4 months after us, I made the first date. First, I couldn't find my lucky socks. Then I broke my shoelace twice. I forgot the 3rd rule of getting lucky, and my card got stuck at the 4th Street ATM. The napkin with her address got soaked after I washed up, and I ran out of deodorant. My car wouldn't start. Only then did I get violently ill. Food poisoning, they said. But I know better. You're a virus I can't shake. You're a drug that I don't take. Ours is an oath that I won't break.
Yeah.
The most beautiful girl in the world says I'm Charlie Brown. Not Linus, not Snoopy, not Lucy or Peppermint Patty, not even Pigpen. Now, he's got character. Nope. I remind her of Charlie Brown, bald-headed, loser-filled, coward-craven Charlie Brown. Good grief, my life sucks.
You the man, John. You the man.
Thanks, Mom. Golden Age. Clark takes the train. It didn't used to be that way. In the good old days, Clark didn't have to concern himself with public transportation. If he needed to go anywhere across the country, he would just fly. Clark used to hold the world in his fingertips. Clark was a very powerful man in the good old days. Things have changed a lot since then. Sometimes when taking the train, people recognize him. Aren't you? Yes, he'll say sheepishly. I am. I loved your piece on the whales, they might say, or how can I break into journalism? He smiles grimly and talks to them, answering their questions seriously, as if he cared as much as he used to. He recalls better days when he had everything. Clark used to be a very powerful man before the fall. He would crush his enemies like gnats, and he could do whatever he wanted. Laws of man and God were beneath him. A girl, a mountain, a diamond, whatever he wished, Clark could attain. He had boundless potential. He was special. He used to fly. Now he takes the train. I like you. No, like you. Want to hit you in the shoulder and run away like you. Get you flowers, but wonder if that makes me a big dork like you. Show off at the beach, kick sand in a geek's face, or change from a geek into a big strong He-Man like you. I want to find the things that you like and make them things you identify with me. So you like me, like you like them, and I like you. I really, really like you. My name is Jack. I hate your nose and your hair, your smile and your clothes. I hate how you look into my eyes, pretending to see something deep or important there, and tell me, well, that's very smart. I hate when you smile at my stupid stories and laugh at my dumb jokes. I hate that you and your God forgive all my sins and how you swear you care, and you'd never do anything to hurt me. I hate how you're good and sweet and considerate. I hate that you complete parts of me I forgot were missing or never knew. I hate how you see me cry, and how you're the only one to do this to me. I hate that it took me so long to say this. And I really hate your husband. Baby, I'd do anything for you. I'd climb the highest mountain. I'd swim the deepest desert. I'd drink the darkest draught. You see... Baby, I'd do anything for you. I'd climb the highest mountain, swim the deepest desert, drink the darkest draught. You got it, baby. All you gotta do is ask. My love for you's so great, I'd swallow the biggest spitball. I'd argue with the toughest motherfucker. I'd douse myself in the sweetest honey, and then go looking for the nearest beehive. You hear what I'm saying? I'm crazy about you, baby. I'm gonna go out right now, and I'm gonna wear the loudest outfit possible, go on over to the dirtiest part of town, and then I'm gonna tell them that none of them is quite so fancy as me. I'll do this for you, baby, just for you. You give me the word, and I'll take candy from a baby. But not just any baby, mind, but the Prince of Trancordia, that reactionary country where stealing from children is tantamount to suicide. You got it, baby, and you tell me, I'm off to Trancordia. Try me, try me, try me! I love you, baby, this you can't deny. I got the stuff for you. I love you, L-U-V, love. You got it, baby? You got it? Now shut up and get me that damn pizza. Recompense. On your deathbed, it pains me to say, I have no father, Dad. It hurts you too, or is that the meds that won't relieve your ails? It matters not, for what you feel, for Pop, it won't last long. For I remember once a time, I asked for love, for naught. Upon your lap, I happily sat, avoidedly missing your penis. And then I begged for some help to reach the cookie jar. You told me no. You told me you don't want to spoil your lunch. It hurt me so, your absent love. I wanted the cookie. I wanted the cookie! And so you lie with approaching death, hearing your every pulse. And here I sit beside your lap while you die and I smile. Peanut butter and joy. You make me stutter, fluster, mutter when I should speak. You're the peanut butter of my soul. Wait, the peanut butter of my brain. I meant brain. Damn.
Yeah, Hager.
I used to work on 42nd Street, if you know what I mean. I used to suck dick for heroin, crack, cash, whatever. Flexible payment plan, back in the day. But then we got some new neighbors who suggested that I take my business elsewhere. My wares were no good there, evidently. But 42 has been my home for far too long, so I got a job working for the man, in a blue sailor cap and shirt, or some red suspenders. And I offer visitors my services as a guide, for their pleasure, or whatever. The costume's different. I have stopped eating. I've done this to expand the emptiness that you have left. Since you've been gone, I can do whatever I want. And I want to be thin, pristine, perfect in your eyes. I want to feel concretely my bones, to know that there's something real about me. I want my body to show what my mind feels, that without you I am less and less, I am nothing. I am exercising my right to free breath. I am at war with myself and I'll take no prisoners. I want to see how much nothing I can be. I have stopped eating. To Elizabeth. Honey, I'd love you no matter what. I'd love you even if you lost both of your arms and legs in a horrible freak accident. They say the course of love never runs smooth, but my devotion for you is so strong, if I had to feed you, and wash you, and roll you out for walks, I'd love you just as much, maybe more. Honey, where do we keep the saw? I meant to bring blueberries to feed everyone, but they wouldn't fit in my bag. Everybody loves blueberries. They taste so good, they taste so sweet. The little ghosts have little feet. They are delicious, they are nutritious. The week is very blueberry auspicious. I eat them there, I eat them bare. I eat them everywhere, you hear? I gain pure weight eating them in my chair. So why can't you buy them anywhere? See, it makes more sense if there were blueberries here. Whatever. 60 or so. When I got off stage, I was king of the world for about 10 seconds. Then I saw you and everything fell apart and was reborn just as quickly. And I knew I'd never know happiness without you. So I sighed and I simpered, and I cried and I cursed the fates for about 10 seconds. When you got up, 2 legs leading 2 ears, 2 eyes, 2 arms, all coming my way. And I knew hope and joy and rapture and fear for about 10 seconds. Then you passed me, took salt from the table before mine, and returned to your seat. A nose, a mouth, a head of hair, and a torso. You were perfect. and I knew I was destined to be alone for about 10 seconds. For you turned back and asked me for my pepper shaker, and a world of spice and life and pleasures unbidden was opened before me for about 10 seconds, until I saw I didn't have any pepper. No, I glumly said, I don't have what you want. Are you sure, you asked with a seductive smile? And as you sat beside me, the universe was suddenly made aright for about 10 seconds.
Yeah!
When you said you'd love me forever, love me no matter what, I thought, isn't that sweet? Isn't that just like her to say such a perfect, lovely thought, one she could never prove or substantiate in any way? And I didn't want to call you a liar, so I decided to put it to the test. I started to hog the sheets, and I leered at your mother. I completed your sentences incorrectly, and I laughed too loud and joined the wrong stories. I fed you your cat, I drank all your high C, and I spilled our secrets to your parents, all with a sibilant S. Remember those break-ins at your job? The pimp who tricked out your brother, and the color clashes, all those color clashes? Me, and me. But those were all just the bottom of the mountain, a foundation that would rise and rise beyond conception. So finally you left me, saying that I had changed. You said you didn't know me anymore, that you didn't know what had come over me. And I smiled cruelly, honestly, triumphantly, and I said, where are your big words now? When I was young, my father first told me about the healing power of bacon. Son, he said, you're growing up now. It's time you learned a few things. He took me to the back shed where a pig was being stripped before my eyes. This, my father said, is the font of all goodness in the world. Behold this, the pig. Dad, I said, we're Jewish. He ignored me. From the ham comes wisdom, and from the sausage beauty. From the pork chop justice, and from bacon, a healthy, hearty constitution. I nodded sagely as I often had to when my father spake. Come now, son, he said, hand on my shoulder lovingly. Let us get some eggs. And he smiled. Bacon. He died the next year, having become Hasidic and chocophilic. It is rumored that the turkey lobby did it, but I just can't believe that. And through all these years, all the breakfasts, through the vegetarian bars and the pork palaces, I have never forgotten my father's words on the healing power of bacon.
Yeah!
She's moving to Omaha. I'm moving to Omaha, she said, with my boyfriend. Why she gotta mention the boyfriend, like I didn't know about him? Like each and every glance she makes doesn't scream out to me and all the others like me? I've got a boyfriend! It's not as if I wanted her or anything. I mean, come on! Just because of that night, just because of that roll in the hills, the cold, wet grass pressing into me, then her, then me again. I know it doesn't mean anything. It wasn't like it mattered. Those words, that promise, nothing. Well, sure it was something, but still. It's not like I remember anything about her, really. Not much. Not her fragrant touch, the shuddering scent, the radiant moans or soft taste of her. Certainly not her delicious beauty. All forgotten, all of it. Close to, at least. It's not like I care. Shit, Omaha. Who even knows what's there anyway? Just some little town in the tip of Nebraska, population 620,000, at 41 longitude by 96 latitude. It rains a lot in season. She's moving to Omaha.
Yeah!
When she told me about you, I wasn't too thrilled, I admit. But when she showed me that ultrasound scene, little fetus, I fell in love. Little fingers, little toes, big old scrambled eyes, you were so hot. I knew we were meant to be together. When we made love, she and I, it was you I was thinking of. You don't mind that I've gotten so big, she always asked. I would just smile, squeeze you both, and love you all the more. Oh, little fetus, to be near you, to be so close yet separated by a thin layer of skin. I think of the knives in the kitchen, and I know our love's not meant to be. I know we have far too little time together before you get out, grow up, become a little girl, or... Wait, hold on. Could it be? Is it possible? Might you be a boy? Oh, I may be sick. The ceilings are high. Don't get me wrong, I love the place. I love that you love it. I love how you smile when you think I'm not looking, foreseeing the memories we'll create in this, our new home. I love the kitchen, and I love the workroom. I love the guest room, and I love the bedroom. I love the light and the warmth, and I love how you put touches up to show that it's yours. It's ours. It's more than a place, it's a home, a loving home. I love you. You've made this place a home for us and our family. I love it, but the ceilings are high. Grandma's returning the wheelchair today. Through the street she'll drag it alone, until she's back at the hospital where she got it 5 months ago. Grandma's returning the wheelchair today. She said we don't need it anymore, except as a way to carry the flowers and the cards and the sobbing, drunken condolence callers out of their home. But that won't start until tomorrow. Today, through the crowded streets of their city, she's returning the wheelchair, alone. I want to call someone to join me for a little number. Can we wait a second? Can we wait? Thank you. I'd like to call Miss Dina Levy to the stage to join. Levy, I'm sorry. Could you please join us at the stage? It's a little play. I have a little play here. We have a mic and a little play. And the first line is mine. You know, we've been hanging out a lot, and I really like you, but there's something I have to say before we go any further.
Yes, V?
I have cooties.
Dear God.
I've had them for years now.
Oh, B, I'm so sorry. You understand, though, that I can never see you again.
Of course.
So, I exit.
Works every time.
Let's hear it for John Berger.
Normally the MC passes a tip jar at the stage to get money, but I've done that on occasion. I find that nobody does it better than me. So I'm going to come around with the tip jar, and I have someone to read a couple of pieces. Miss Dina, she's going to read while I pass the tip jar. So 50s as usual if you're not familiar with the place. If you are, it's hundreds.
By the way, I'm actually better at it than he is, but it's his show, so he can do it.
These are John's pieces, by the way. So everybody knows. When I conquered Trancordia, it seemed so cool. Taking over, taking names, bloodying stools. But without you, it was empty. Now, taking over the world, that was another story. It just makes me so mad. You ask me if she's pretty, you wonder how her hair looks, you wonder my opinion of some model. These are stupid, stupid questions. I look at them and see, at best, pale reflections of you. Get it through your head. I have no idea what others look like. I can't see them at all. I watch only you. So just shut up with the questions, all right? I think people never really think about their feet. I mean, really think about them. I nodded, staring intently at my feet. My name's Terry, she told me later. I introduced myself and she continued to talk. My eyes scanned the event, glancing for objects of distraction, constantly relighting on her, tightly knit in a bright red dress, and fierce need to occupy my time. I'd been with her 1,000 times, though never actually Terry. We'd never met, and that was fine. I'd had enough of her, over and over, sweet like a blow pop, and just as satisfying. I was ready for steak. She repulsed me, even with her big titties and her willing smile. So I finally said, "Pardon me," and returned to Jacqueline, my one true love, the vision of perfection and beauty, whose eyes understood and sparkled with joy, whom I'd met just moments before. "My skies light up just for you," I told her, with all the warmth and affection of the other girl that had left me. And Jacqueline said, "That's so sweet. May I use that on my lover?" I nodded, dumb and stupid all at once, and confused and distraught, excuses strewn like a shattered glass, walked the party walls. "Oh, there you are," Terry said. "I was just about to go for a ride, a drink, a moonlit walk. Would you like to come?" Seeing my future behind me and my past riding up hard, I shrugged and said, "Sure." Without you, the sun shines just as bright. Without you, the rain falls no differently. Without you, our song has lost no meaning. Without you, the girls wink about as often. Without you, without your warmth next to me at night and your indentation beside me in the morning, without your corrections to my stories and the reminders of what I do, without your frowns and your smiles and your feet atop mine as we dance, without you, the world is the same, which has come as something of a surprise. Your back is all I ever saw. Walking away from fights, leaving me, it's a lovely back. The mole in the corner, the soft curve of your waist, the freckles on your shoulders, and that booming butt. I could see it again and again as you showed me the hand and then the back, until finally you were gone, and I had nothing to see. Nothing of you at all, nothing to remember you by. But now, you're back.
She was making me nervous up there. Can Dr. Frankenstein be held responsible for the destruction his monster caused? Can the Oppenheimer boys be blamed for bombing Nagasaki? Should Ozzy O be imprisoned for all those dead metalheads? No, of course not. The creator creates. What the creation does is its own damn business. So can I be held at fault for that colossal smelly turd I left in your bedroom? Hardly. You're blaming me for the ails of the world. That's wrong. Evil and wrong. Criminal and evil and wrong. You're just being melodramatic.
Yes! Thank you. Show me that.
To my brother Michael, I gotta say, your girlfriend's really cute. Smart, funny, caring, beautiful as all get out. She's too good for you, Mike. No, really, I mean it. You've got a wonderful girl, little brother, and you know, if you don't start treating her right, I'm gonna have to take matters into my own hands. So here's what I advise. You've gotta be polite to her. Treat her like a lady. Buy her the most expensive gifts, no matter what it takes. Do not look at other women in her presence, ever. Look down if you have to. Poke your eyes out if you have to. But don't look at another. You do all these things and maybe you'll be able to keep her. I mean, she's really incredible. Oh, last piece of advice. You might want to pop her in the jaw every now and then. She's got my number, right? Thank you. This was wonderful. Yay!
Mr. John Berger. Stick around, everyone. Pat Harper's up next. Please don't leave. We got great